What's up, VIPs? Welcome back to the channel, and I'm again in a very non-glamorous room. I'm in the laundry room, and I just wanted to talk about accessibility for just a second. I think a lot of times we get very upset when things aren't accessible. Now, we don't even think about accessibility when we're, don't have any sight loss issues. I mean, if you ask the common-sided person, hey, is accessibility an issue? And they're like, things aren't accessible? What do you mean? Because accessibility doesn't become an issue until you don't have access to something, right? I mean, everybody has access to things until they don't. And so when they don't, that becomes an issue. So today I didn't want to just talk about washing your clothes, although that's important and you got to still do that. Maybe we'll talk more in detail about, laundry and sorting and things like that. But today I just wanted to show you something real quick here. Let me show you my washer here. Now, these buttons, I don't know how well they'll come across on video, but these buttons are actually pretty raised. So like here, this button is raised, and then the dial, so let me just turn this on real quick. Okay. The dial here has a light that goes around on it. So I'm not sure if that comes across on video, but as that light goes around, you can see it. Now, if I get close enough to that, I could probably see. And then these buttons, like I said, are pretty tactile as well. So it's, it's a pretty good thing. Now, on that, you might think, well, what's the big deal on that? Is that a big deal? Well, not necessarily, but it's not an accessible machine, meaning it's not a machine that is made accessible for visually impaired people. But what I did was found the ways it was accessible. How could I make it accessible? Well, the buttons are raised and have a good feedback. The dial has a click, so it's not just this. So, what am I looking for? It's not this thing that goes around. There's actually a click on it, and that's really helpful. Then there's a light I can see, so if I memorize the dial, so it actually is pretty accessible when I look at it in a different way. So my challenge to all of us, me, you, and everybody else that has accessibility issues, whether it's visually impaired people, people that are hard of hearing, whatever it is find the ways that things are accessible. This thing isn't built to be accessible for visually impaired people, but in some ways it actually is. Now, not every way. I mean, I can't see that LCD screen over there. It'd be nice if I could, but I can't. But I found the ways that are accessible. So I encourage you to find the things in your life, in your house, in your school, in your work, that maybe aren't accessible to you, and find the ways that they are first. Now, sure, there are probably tons of ways they aren't, but find the ways they are first, so then when you go to it, it's not going to be this big like, oh my gosh, it's not accessible at all, what am I going to do? Because trust me, there probably are some ways that they are accessible, even with the ways that they aren't. So my question for you today is this: what are some things in your house that actually are decently accessible? Even if they're not 100% accessible, they're maybe decently accessible. Do you have a coffee maker? Do you have a washer and dryer? Do you have something in your bathroom, in your kitchen, in your computer room, bathroom, wherever it is? Do you have some things that are actually decently accessible that you didn't expect, even though they're not 100%? Well, I'd love to hear about it, and I know others would as well. So let me know in the comments below. Hey, if you like this video, make sure to show your support by hitting that thumbs up button and sharing it out with somebody that you know. And if you're new around here, my name's Derek, and I help people just like you to discover life after sight loss. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you don't miss another single video. Thanks again for watching wherever you are, and until next time, remember that sight loss isn't the end, it's just the beginning. My name's Derek Daniel from lifeaftersightloss.com, and I'll see you in the next one.